No mai haere mai, welcome to 3 News. The Prime Minister was laser focused on economic growth in his State of the Nation speech today. Christopher Luxon is promising better days ahead and says foreign investment is one way to get there. But benefit numbers paint a bleaker picture, with an increasing number of Kiwis out of work and needing support. Here's senior political correspondent Jenna Lynch.
His wake time precedes him.
The Prime Minister of New Zealand, Mr. 4:30 a.m, oat milk, trim, flat white, Christopher Luxon.
Christopher Luxon, the crack of dawn Prime Minister, bringing his breakfast energy to a business lunch.
And I want New Zealand to be a country of aspiration, of ambition and of opportunity.
Yes, the focus today was laser.
Well, I'm here today to talk about the economy and almost nothing else.
Because it's not looking that great. Benefit numbers are going the very wrong way to hit the government's target of 50,000 fewer job seekers, with 213,321 people now on a job seeker benefit, an increase of nearly 24,000 compared to the same period last year. That's despite benefit sanctions more than doubling in the same period, with 13,518 applied in the September quarter, up 7,000.
Better days lie ahead. And that if you're prepared to work hard, this country is an outstanding place to make that happen.
But we need more jobs. Luxon's eyeing up minerals.
Mining needs to play a much bigger role in the New Zealand economy.
Declaring New Zealand open for business.
Growth means that there's a place for you.
Starting with a new dedicated investment agency.
We have agreed to establish Invest New Zealand as the government's one-stop shop for attracting foreign direct investment.
John Key established something similar post the Christchurch earthquakes, Invest Christchurch.
Did you look at Invest Christchurch and how successful it was, and can you tell us how successful that model was?
Look, it wasn't. I was more interested in a national solution, and for me, my stimulation came from Ireland.
The PM's set to host an international investment summit in March, hoping global funds will fly plane loads of cash in with them.
There's a heap of money out there in the world. It's a wash
But do we
with
actually
world.
have projects ready to go?
Yeah, we do.
Like what?
Can I help with that
Yeah,
one,
sorry.
Prime Minister? Look, this is actually about getting money into the science and innovation areas.
Going all in on science, merging the 7 Crown Research Institutes into 3 and scrapping Callaghan Innovation.
What's going to be in place instead, absolutely focused on new technologies like quantum and AI and gene tech.
While National talked to the suits, Labour was still in its jandals.
Oh, great, you're forming my feet. Glad I cut my toenails. Look, it's a fairly relaxed way to start the year for us. It's our summer retreat, if you like.
After a year-long listening tour, they've learnt why Kiwis turned up their nose at the election.
But we also heard some home truths from them, that they felt that across our 6 years in government, we'd often overpromised and underdelivered.
But are now convinced that the public has already had enough of the coalition.
2024 was also, though, the year that New Zealanders got to see the character of this government. And it's pretty clear that they didn't like what they saw.
And despite the attire, it's time to get down to business, giving voters an alternative.
But we will be ramping up the pressure on this government.
Hipkins warning his caucus to focus on the basics: health, education, economy.
The other thing that we've got to do is make sure that we're calling out the politics of distraction. There is nothing this government wants more than for New Zealanders to be focused on culture wars.
The Prime Minister, of course, has the same goal, but his governing juggling act might make it harder to achieve.
Speaking of David Seymour just earlier, he's about to become Deputy Prime Minister. Are you looking forward to that as much as he is?
Look, I'm the Prime Minister. We know what we're doing.
That wasn't a yes.
Well, Jenna is with us now. Kia ora, Jenna. Well, it's been a busy few days already, but there is more to come in this political kickstarter of a week.
That's right. Tomorrow brings the annual pilgrimage up to Ratanapa. Most political parties will be represented there, barring ACT, the lead antagonist in the government's fight with Māoridom. David Seymour has instead scheduled his sequel to the Prime Minister's speech, his own State of the Nation tomorrow. I'm told that will have an economic focus as well. He'll describe New Zealand as being at a tipping point where we need to make tough choices around how the government is spending, regulating and owning. Now, my read on that is perhaps he'll make a pitch for asset sales, which of course the Prime Minister has ruled out. Of course, he'll also be expected to mention the treaty debate. Christopher Luxon has had a pretty good run at defining the start of the year around the economy and his reshuffle. The next couple of weeks, it's going to be harder to steer away from that division that's been created by the treaty debate. The Select Committee will be hearing submissions on it next week, and I've just heard from David Seymour's team that despite his hapu warning him not to attend the Waitangi commemorations, David Seymour will be heading north for the 5th of February.
Wow, okay. Jenna, thanks for that update.